Bro, the Japanese are on some shit, bro.
Definitely.
We need to look into the Japanese.
That's the only people that the Mongols didn't take over.
And why?
Because the samurais fucked them up. The Mongols showed up and they tried to take over Japan on several occasions, more than one occasion. And every time they were met with these fucking dudes who actually knew how to fight and were sword trained and were shooting arrows at distances. And they're like, whoa, what the fuck is going on here? Like, they were like if you think about samurais.
What the fuck was a samurai? Like
Japan was the origins of karate, judo, jiu-jitsu. All that shit came out of Japan.
But we're talking about feudal Japan? Like we're talking about kingdoms and
Those
such?
cyclones saved them.
Japanese have always attributed their victory to storms and that wrecked the Mongols' fleets during both attempted invasions in 1274 and 1281. They concluded that Japan was protected from invasion by a divine wind, or kamikaze, which was invoked in World War II to inspire pilots to launch suicide attacks on Allied ships. So it could be storms, but also they fought. They definitely had hand-to-hand combat.
And a samurai was like, what is the equivalent of that today? Is that like a military dude, or is that like a street dude?
I mean, eventually they became ronins. There was like a period of time during Musashi's era where there were mostly like samurais without a master. And they would have like one-on-one duels. That's like the Book of Five Rings is based on Miyamoto Musashi's writings about.
I don't know the book.
Well, the greatest book of strategy, and like it was a guy who killed 62 men, at least 60 men in one-on-one armed like sword fights.
Because you could come up to someone and just be like,
They would make duels. They would decide to have duels, and
that's to the death.
To the death with swords.
Fucking.
And Musashi killed everybody.
He was that
and
dude.
he just became the boogeyman. Yeah, he became the boogeyman. But his philosophy was that to be a great swordsman, you had to be good at calligraphy, you had to be good at poetry, you had to be able to make art.
Bro, imagine the dude that killed your dad was a poet. Bro, imagine your dad died, and then the next day he's like, flowers are green, flowers are blue.
I don't think we're talking about like haikus. I think we're talking about different kinds of poetry.
But he's trying to be well-rounded, I guess.
100%. Yeah, that any holes in your game, any like fake shit will expose itself in one-on-one combat.